Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's your host, KD, at KDRF Sports TV. See that? KDRF Sports TV. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button. Those likes are very important because it helps the algorithm. But make sure you share with whoever that you know, so we can get those subscribers up. So today, Monday, we're talking about the Cleveland Brownies, in which I titled it here on StreamYard, the Cleveland Browns, Kevin Stefanski and Dillon Gabriel, aka Dollar General. So, of course, we all know they lost 32-13 by 19 points. What's really striking to me is we've seen what Dillon Gabriel has done. He has not progressed whatsoever. Instead, he's regressed. His play is just, it's not up to par. So, what I'm talking about, and I'm going to talk about a whole bunch of things, because if we remember, this was Kevin's pick at quarterback because he thought he was the super computer, because he played 6 years of college football, which we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about Stefanski and his record as a head coach. But Sunday's game against the New England Patriots, I'm gonna just run down just a few stats just to keep it just a little bit normal. And I'm gonna talk about some rumors. I'm gonna talk about some stuff. Cleveland Browns passing first downs, 12. Patriots, 23. Correction, first downs, 12 and 23, respectively. Passing first downs for Cleveland, 7, 11 for the Patriots. And I'm going to skip on down to third down efficiency. That's very important. Cleveland Browns, 2 of 11, 3 of 11 for the Patriots. Fourth down efficiency, 1 of 3 for Cleveland, 0 Patriots. No fourth downs. Total plays, 52 for Cleveland, 65 for the Patriots. Passing, 21 of 35 for Dillon Gabriel. Patriots, 18 of 24, Drake May. Now, yards per play for Dillon Gabriel, 4.1 in passing, 4.1, 6.5 for Drake May. And I should say that was yards per play. Dillon Gabriel passing wise, 4 yards per pass. Why? Because we still dinking and dunking. 8.2 yards for Drake May means he's kind of getting it on down the field. Interceptions, DG, 2, Drake May, 1. And this is going to be very important because we're gonna talk about that. Now, penalties. Do you know Cleveland had 5 penalties for only 30 yards? The Patriots had 7 for 54. Generally, the team with the least, generally, it's not a fact, but generally, the team with the least penalties win. Turnovers, both teams 2 for 2. But now, what we gonna get down to? Possession, of course, Cleveland 23 minutes, Patriots 36. Why? They had the ball. Why did they have the ball all the time? That's what we're getting ready to discuss. That's what we're getting ready to discuss. We're getting ready to get down to the meats and bones of this right here. We're getting ready to get down to it. What am I talking about? Okay. What am I talking about? So, DG was told that he was the super computer because he's played so many years in college. He played 6 years. He played for the University of Central Florida from 2019 to 2021. He played for Oklahoma from 22 to 23. Now, let's go back. From UCF, he threw for 3,600 yards, 29 TDs. That was his freshman year. All right. Oklahoma, he threw for 6,000 yards, 55 TDs. And Oregon as a grad transfer. He had a veteran presence. But where is the veteran deal going on right now? Because that's what he said. He had over 15,000 career passing yards and 130 total touchdowns. I know I'm going back and forth, but I just got so much I want to really dive down into and talk about, because me personally, this is all about the preseason. This is about mini camp. This is about Dillon Gabriel and Kevin Stefanski. I wanted to call him Stefanski, Kevin, because he actually has my first name and he's garbage. But here's the deal. Everyone wants to talk about passing, experience, all of that. Well, at camp, day 1, Dillon Gabriel was getting first team reps. First team reps. There was 4 quarterbacks that were there at the time. Supposedly, it was supposed to be a quarterback, get this, a quarterback competition. Now, how is it a quarterback competition when one of the quarterbacks doesn't get any reps. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Shedeur Sanders. But Dillon Gabriel, as a as a rookie, he got first team reps the entire camp. He got first team reps preseason. Shedeur Sanders, 0 first team reps. So what that tells me is you're supposed to be a supercomputer. You getting first team reps. You should know the offense. When Flacco was quarterbacking regular season, you got in the game. And what did you do? Nothing. Now, you've played 4 games that you've started. 4 games. And what have you done? You had 1 game against the Dolphins that your stats were pretty good. But now, again, I'm just talking about this. I'm just talking. But let's talk about yesterday's game against the New England Patriots. You were horrible. We know it, but Stefanski is definitely going to take up for you. But here's why you were horrible. And it's because your defense sacked their quarterback, Drake May, 6 times. 6 times. 6 times. And you can't win the game. You can't win the game. Number 95 sacked their quarterback. And I'm not going to say his name because y'all already know. Sacked the quarterback 5 times. And you saw the frustration with him on the field. Locker room. I mean, he just tried to, press conference. He tried to not to throw any shade on you, DG. But you know he was pissed off because he said, "Hey, I could care less about sacking the quarterback 5 times. Man, I want to win." So inadvertently, he was telling everybody in the whole world that you're garbage. So I'm gonna talk about a few plays that definitely solidifies how you're not very good. Now, I'll say this: great quarterback, college. Why do I say that? And it's because Central Florida, Oklahoma, Oregon. What do all 3 of those teams have in common? They all play out of the shotgun. So you were smart enough to go to schools where you could pass out of the shotgun. Why? Because you're too short and you can't see over the line. But if you way back there and then you at Oregon, they got the best of the best players. the best of the best players. And you were able to do that. But here's the thing. Shedeur had the capabilities and still does. Play out of shotgun as well, play under center. Because he did that. Playing out from under the center, that's a difficult task for you. And that's taken in consideration that we do know that you don't have a great offensive line. You have a stellar running back, but you have a garbage head coach who's calling the plays. Your offense is elementary at best. It's not even as good as some of the top high schools in the country. High schools. I ain't talking about college. High schools. But let's talk about some plays from yesterday. So, the announcer, one of the announcers, and I forget his name, he used to play for the Denver Broncos. I wish I can remember. And I believe I got some information. Slarick. I hope I didn't mispronounce his name, but he was good at Denver. He tried to give you a little bit of grace instead of just calling you out on one play. And that wasn't your first interception. That was your second interception. But I'm going to talk about this one first, but then I'm going to go back and talk about the second. That particular interception, he said, "Ooh, look how the linebacker stepped in front of the receiver, your intended target." Now I'm watching this, and I'm sitting there like, Mark, you're wrong. He threw it behind the receiver, and he actually threw it right to the defensive player. Why? Because you can't see. You can't see. Your first interception that you threw, you in the pocket. You strolled to the left, and you finally saw the receiver. However, you threw it late because the receiver was 5 to 8 yards behind the DB, but you saw it late. Hence, interception. That right there, my friend, is a problem because you can't see over the defensive line, and you're not able to compensate for that. And that is what it is. And then once again, you have a head coach that's calling just dumb plays. Dumb plays. Then here's another play. Then, of course, all the plays, the passes that you missed, but then you were still dinking and dunking and doing all that. Man, in order to win in the NFL, you got to be able to throw those 20-yard passes. And you haven't shown in 4 games that you have the capabilities to do it. Those 2 touchdowns, those were not long throws. Good passes, but they weren't long. But again, you had an interception. You couldn't score. You couldn't score a touchdown, that is. Now, your field goal kicker, he did miss that field goal. But you were supposed to be able to score a touchdown on that drive. Bad play calling once again. But then again, and I'm going to talk about something else. Here it is. You got a fumble recovery. And it was on the 2-yard line. Yes, it was. But, this coming Thursday is Halloween. Something that I don't celebrate, but that's what they call it. But you were in the end zone, but now you are the supercomputer. You got the experience. You played 6 years in college football, and I know in college football, the rules are the same. From the end zone, and I watched the film. You threw the ball to the 4-yard line. So you must have thought you saw a ghost. You must have thought you saw a ghost because you threw it to the 4-yard line, and the person you were throwing, I guess you were throwing it to, was 10 yards past the 4-yard line. So you threw it to a ghost. And then you tried to point saying that there was a receiver in the vicinity. Then guess what that is? That was a safety. But you're the supercomputer. You're supposed to know all this. That's what they say. So now, Kevin Stefanski still says, you're the guy. You're the guy. You are the guy. That just makes me wonder a whole lot of things. That makes me wonder, number one, you're a career backup, period. That's it. But, something that's striking that Mike Vrabel said in his press conference. And I was sitting there like, wow. And this is going to lead me to something else. Mike Vrabel said they hadn't turned it over. And then when their gimmick plays ran out, I thought we played pretty good defense. Yeah, you remember the handoff you gave to your receiver and he was supposed to throw the ball? Yeah, that kind of stuff. So what does that tell you? You're a play caller, head coach. He's not good. You should have a problem with that since you're the supercomputer. But then we're going to talk about two other things. One thing, Kevin Stefanski. Here's your record, regular season. 2020, that's when you got there. Y'all were 11-5. You won NFL Coach of the Year. So, check this out. 2021, 8-9. By the way, in 2020, y'all went to the playoffs but lost. But you didn't coach a team because you were downstairs in your basement with COVID. So you didn't coach the team. That should tell the organization something right there. You didn't coach the team. 2021, 8-9. 2022, 7-10. 23, Coach of the Year, 11-6. Now, one of those years, you had an opportunity to say, hey, man, y'all ain't giving me, because you were up for a contract extension. But you had the leverage because you've been there 6 years now. and you could have walked, but you didn't, knowing that they're not giving you everything that you want to succeed. The coaches, the players, everything. But remember, you chose Dillon Gabriel, so live with it. 2024, you went 3-14. 2025, 2-6. Your career record, 42-50. You are 8 games under 500. Do I believe you're gonna win any more games this year? I don't know. You probably somewhere on your way to maybe I don't know, you might win 3 games, but I don't know which ones because y'all play the Jets in 2 weeks. They won. Now, the last thing I am going to say, well, 2 last things. It was 3 last things. It was kind of funny that all of a sudden, Shedeur had back soreness. So he was inactive for yesterday's game. I bet you he told you he could play, but you didn't let him play. But you weren't going to put him in anyway. But we saw you do it for Dillon Gabriel and Flacco. But remember, against the Dolphins, y'all were up 25 points, I think it was. You wouldn't put him in the game, but your excuse was, I wanted him to enjoy the win. Well, he already won it, so what else is there to enjoy? You could have let Shedeur get in for 7 minutes and just see what he has. You didn't want him. You didn't want him to be able to play because you were scared. And RG3, I'm not sure what he said. Yeah, that's what it was. He wants you to be fired because you won't play him. And here it is. See, y'all won't do it, but LSU, they fired Brian Kelly Sunday. No, actually, they told him after the game Saturday, and then they fired the offensive coordinator. And they owe him $45 million. More than what I would assume, more than what you got. But they said, screw this, we want to win. We got to go in a different direction. But all of a sudden, Shedeur's back is sore. And the last thing I'm going to say, rumors are that the Jets want Shedeur. And you all asked for a 2nd round pick. I'm waiting for that to come out. I said rumor, but y'all asking for a 2nd round pick. You're asking for a 2nd round pick for somebody that you didn't draft into the 5th round. That was conspiracy. If that is the case, that was conspiracy at the very beginning. But anyway, hey y'all, it's been fun. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button at KDRF Sports TV. And oh yeah, don't forget to go to my new channel. It's new. I don't have a whole bunch of videos up, but I'm going to put them up. It's called Real Talk with KD Unfiltered. It's for the grown and sexy people. Let's go. Let's get going. And I'm out. And I'm still getting jiggy with it, y'all. Love, peace, and blessings. I'm out. Oh, yeah. And I'm not Hulk Hogan.